I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And here now the Baltimore offense.
And they should be set up for a big game. They have one of the hottest offenses in the league. They're coming in riding a winning streak, but we've seen these quick turnaround games really wreak havoc with what you've done previously. Hopefully they simplified their offense, and they'll just let their playmakers go out and do what they do best.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Check 55.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Dontari Poe in on the stop. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Take me up. Here we go. Patch it.
On second down, it's Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
We got three.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. A first down throw for Prescott. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off, because it took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Here we go. 58 to Mike. Me and you on deck. On deck.
Prescott now on second down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 14 carries, 64 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Play action. Now Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. The third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On first down, it's Ingram. About 3 yards there to the 27. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He finds his target, it's Schultz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
They go play action with Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
51. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
First down, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down. They'll run with Elliott. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, it's Prescott. He finds Hopkins complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Jackson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Now it's Jackson. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kendrick Bourne. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Why are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Before getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to...
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Draw play, Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Prescott now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Prescott now. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses, understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. This is Elliott, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Here we go.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. 23 yards on the play. Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there.
Here we go.
And now here come the Ravens. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look porous.
And that was amazing because that drive went
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now it's Jackson, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, open man is born. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott now from the 50. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A first down throw for Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He finds his target. It's Schultz. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Elliott. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And all about timing there on that short slant. Oh, this is blocked. And now the Ravens get it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
All-star offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now it's Jackson. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And some space here. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A 1st down carry by Elliott. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, Prescott here to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll look to throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Back to throw.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off by Jordan Lewis. Past the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Well, I know at points of this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Dallas, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they